Everyone in Windemere is obsessed with ducks, it's like they're quacky. Welcome back to Dink Smallwood. Last time we foiled a cast plan to attack a parade in Kernton, and we had a nice time. So as was hinted last time, we kind of have to kill some ducks. But let's get sidetracked for a little moment. First of all, we're gonna kill a whole bunch of monsters because gathering gold is going to be the next grindy part of this game, yay! Also, there are a number of potions hidden about the place, so it's a good idea to try and find them if you can. So yeah, let's go beat up these salami slices that are crawling around along the ground. I actually had a look of some of the game assets from the original source files and took a look at some of the stuff in this particular release, and pill bugs are referred to as pills, and these things are referred to as puddles, basically. And yes, I reconfirmed that these are indeed called slayers. And that was somewhat interesting right there. When the slayer died, the corpse did not show up like it did with Bishop Nelson and those in Terrace. I guess it's just a fix that they had since, I assume during various parts of development, the Slayers didn't actually have a death sprite up until a certain point, and they never bothered putting it back in. There are a few other things that haven't been ported over to the HD tracks, but you wouldn't notice that in this case. So yeah, I've just wandered out into the middle of the ocean, and I'm going to have to retract that statement about not being able to get to this particular place, which is known as Coca Isle, aka more ducks, because why the hell not? Well, it's not specifically a duck isle, but there happens to be giant ducks, that's always nice. And I accidentally hit the next one, and it's not a fun game. At least not for the duck. No head, but still talks to us. And makes an offer to let us gamble, but we don't really want to gamble our gold away. And he disappears after that. Or she. It's not exactly noted what gender the ducks are. Except this one, who is the mother duck. Let's just not mention that we killed one of her children. So yeah, that gold and all those potions from, like, the first or second episode? Yeah, you can collect them at this point. I wasn't aware of this until a little while ago, mainly because I wanted to discover it, but it showed up in the video. Anyway, inside his house, there's this man who happens to be working on the most powerful bow in the world. Unfortunately, he's not finished with it yet, so yeah. There's that, and also the fact that it will cost us 25,000 coins just to buy it. Which I don't think is really worth it unless you've got a lot of time on your hands. We don't have a lot of time on our hands, or at least I'm going to assume you don't have the patience. Neither do I, so let's keep moving. More puddles here. I do like calling them the moving salami slices though. Even so though, they're referred to as puddles. I guess they're puddles? Puddles that bleed. That island over there, at least to the left of us, is kind of interesting because there's no actual way to get to it. It's just a blank island, and looking at the map, there's no actual connecting routes whatsoever. In any case, we just gotta wander past this kind of monster gauntlet. Like a boss rush, but with less bosses and more monsters. That being said, we can just ignore the slayers. They deal a lot of damage anyway, so just touching them doesn't hurt that badly, but if they attack you, it's another deal altogether. So yeah, one of each potion and then a mega potion, so it's essentially the equivalent of 2 mega potions. And our attack is a bit better, our defense and magic. That being said though, not really worth trying to deal with these, especially with our life as low as it is. Thankfully I didn't take too much damage at that point. So now we can head back, since that's pretty much all there is to do on this short vacation. Funny clipping map issue there. But that's all there is. I love sand too. So let's just wander back and I'm not sure that's how oceans work. Well, it's not like Dink can walk on water, except in that tiny bridging area. It makes me wonder who put the sign there, of all things. Blistering Pete. Wonder if it's anyone we know. Anyhow, back to business. And by business, I mean get healed. The last thing you want to do after all that progress is to die. And somehow I don't think you'd like to just watch all of the deaths back to back. In any case, this house has a staircase and we can't go down there just yet. Apparently, the food that the family has is down there. I doubt that though, I mean, no one has food around here. I'm just gonna look around for the first aid store. And there you have it. Check out the news, and it announces that Dink saves Kernson from the cast. Also, Windemere experiences a famine. So yeah, it's basically a bit more costly to heal here since everyone is in a bit of a state. Anyway, this weapons shop. This man seems to miss to see. There's a giant crossbow just sitting in the corner there. Ah, this must be the same Blistering Pete. And we can buy a whole bunch of swords, but our main concern is the bomb, which is only 20 coins in price. Over on this side is a fur trader, I believe. Not really much we can do about that, since we can't actually equip armor. But part of me thinks that maybe Dink was going to be able to do that, to increase his defense, since basically the only way to increase that defense is to grab potions or level up. And yeah, Dink still takes a lot of damage, so I imagine there was going to be an armor system at some point. Anyway, this corner here is a bit funny because for some reason it likes to bleed out blood, even though there's nothing actually there. Kinda interesting, but that's about it. There's nothing I know of that explains the bleeding corner over there. Unless it's another reference, of course. I don't get them then. So yeah, let's just take a nice look at that duck altar. And let's go and beat up some more monsters, why don't we? We need more gold. And, oh look! Pigs. They didn't give us anything, but let's go and reminisce for a moment. Ah. Pig farming. Oh Dink, what you used to be. And look at what you've become now. Anyhow, now that Dink's done reminiscing, let's go and remind ourselves of what it is we're supposed to be doing. That's one heck of an apple tree. I'd make a pun there, but I don't know what to say about it. If you have any thoughts on that, leave that in the comments. Or in the thread, if you so choose. But in the meantime, let's just beat up some more monsters before doing what it is we are supposed to be doing. We've been sidetracked long enough. So let's take our bomb out and let it explode. I'm not sure whether that exploding sound being really loud was intentional, but my guess is that it has to check for collisions on anything, regardless of what it is. And that would explain why the noise is so loud, because it's right next to a rock. So yeah, we're gonna desecrate this altar. and leave some cooked duck behind. And with that, all the ducks are finally dead. And then some people decide to show up. Oh dear. I mean, sure, Dink can probably fight his way out of this or run away, but even so. I must avenge the winged goddess. Yeesh. What a line. Your daughter is eating our god. Okay. And so, Windemere has discovered that ducks are great food, not just great gods. Don't tell me, the next thing you'll see is a statue with Dink Smallwood on it. And all Dink can say is, huh? So if we leave and come back, we now have a statue devoted to us. It's a lovely stone, but these people just don't get it. They just don't get it at all. But that about does it for this episode. Next time we'll grab another useful item and begin the final stretch of the game. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Dink Smallwood, and until next time, take care.